David Michael Bradley, and the highest rank I got was Lieutenant Commander, retired as a Lieutenant Commander. About early 1967, second class quartermaster, still on the ship, decided that Vietnam was getting hot, and they were looking for small boat people in either PBRs or Swifts. So I volunteered to be recalled to active duty and went through Swift training down in San Diego at Naval Amphibious Base, and of course SEER training was an integral part of that. And while it was very arduous and interesting, the funniest part about it was watching 125 people chasing one poor little squirrel to turn in for food later. In any case, I went to Vietnam, first to Cat Low in September 1967. Tet of 68, well, early December of 68, we were on the 36 boat patrolling down, I believe it was Hamlong River. Got caught in kind of monsoons, tried to make it into the river. Got caught by a following wave. I was back on the fantail trying to tie stuff down. I was the senior petty officer on the boat. And we got hit by a following wave, knocked me up and down, and I actually came down on my shoulder and my head, knocked me out, broke my shoulder in two places. I actually rolled off the boat, but my leg caught in the stanchion, and my gunner's mate, Posse, ran out. Ron Politsky ran out, grabbed me, pulled me back in. They secured my shoulder, and I believe I had some morphine. I believe I was medevaced off by helicopter, taken to 36 the back hospital, and spent a week there. Saw Martha Ray. Recuperated from that, back on the boat. Tet of 68 down in Cat Low was very interesting. There wasn't a lot of activity around our area. So we were sent up north, first to Da Nang, two boats up there to assist in the Da Nang area, and then moved back down to Quy Nhon, where I finished up my tour in Quy Nhon. And it's kind of interesting that our first reunion got together with three of my crew, and one of the questions we asked each other is, number one, did we know anybody that was killed? Any personal knowledge? And none of us did. And then the question was, did anybody know anybody that was wounded? And again, none of us did. And we just sat there in wonderment that we came through this relatively unscratched. I mean, I got a broken shoulder, and we were actually never in any real serious firefights. We put a lot of rounds on target, but we were never hit. A couple times we had some small arms fire. I dug a slug out of the pilot house once and sent it home. We did night ops down in the Runsat when I was down operating out of Cat Low, and although nothing came of it, when you're driving down the middle of a 25 or 30 foot canal in a 50-foot boat, and you can barely see in front of you. I don't know who came up with the idea of trying to ambush somebody with that boat, because you got these two V12 diesel engines, 500 or 480 horsepower each. They make a lot of noise. And in fact, some of the VC NVA commented on the fact that, oh yeah, you could hear those boats coming. So that was probably sea float. That's where Swifts really took the most beating, and where the most people were wounded. Out of roughly 3,500 people that served. There are more than, of course, 50 that were still on patrol, but more than 350 were wounded to various levels of seriousness. But at the end of my tour in '68, September '68, I came back, was on the USS Shields DD-596, and then